Well, look, I used to worry about what I look like, but as you can see, I've kind of don't worry about it anymore. I don't know why I play with my hair here. I don't notice. I had a comb it before I get here. Well, I tell you, I just can't stay away from the problem that the Republicans are causing. I'll tell you, it's a mystery to me. It really is. I don't remember Americans being this crazy before. Even the protesters in the Vietnam War weren't this nuts. And I was one of them, so I should know. These guys who show up at these healthcare things, I'm sorry if I move around too much, but I'm just nervousness. They seem to be idiots. They don't even come with arguments. They come with some cockamamie death panel crap. I've heard a couple other objections. They don't know, and they call it socialism. Hello. I'm not denying it's socialism, but it's already here. It's been here. That's what Franklin Delano Roosevelt's Social Security is socialism. Medicare is socialism. I don't care if you like it or not. The fact of the matter is, it's worked, whether you like it or not. Socialism has worked for some of us, and we like it. We don't want a bunch of rich thugs running our country. We're sick of it for their profit, so they can make more money and buy more castles in Ireland or whatever the fuck they do with their money. They're disgusting. You know, Americans have a right to be upset, but you know what's weird is that they're upset at the wrong people. I have to admit, I'm going to talk about the president later. I'm very disappointed in him. He seems to have blown an enormous opportunity to get something done. When Franklin Roosevelt came into office with a mandate from the people, he didn't squiggle it away. And the public didn't want him to squiggle it away. They wanted him to get something done. Namely, restore our country to what it was, maybe 30 years ago. If you did that, we'd be happy. Get rid of all that Nazi shit that you guys did under Bush. Get rid of that crap. Patriot Act, suspending habeas corpus, posse comitatus. How about that? Most Americans don't even know what that means. And if they don't appreciate its meaning. If you're going to get out there and get mad at the government, baby, you better have some good cases and not, they're going to establish death panels and they're going to make me commit suicide or something. I'm not sure. You guys need to go back and think. Instead of just getting mad. We're mad, I'm mad anyway, because your anger is unjustified. And you're getting all upset about phony issues, contrivances. I mean, your own party, your own conservative people have messed this country up. You're the ones who did it, Jack. Remember George W. Bush? Remember that guy? Dick Cheney and all those Zionist nut jobs around them? People who couldn't care less about America, ladies and gentlemen. There are some traitors in our midst, and we need to talk about them. We need to talk about what they want from us, what they're doing to us for Israel. I couldn't care jack shit about Israel. And if you don't like it, that's tough. I'm an American, buddy. I don't suck on Israel's dick like so many of our politicians do. They're disgusting. If you don't like my language, I apologize for it. I really am sorry. But, these guys are screwing our country over. You may as well know what set me off. And that's the 9/11 thing. I'm convinced beyond a shadow of a doubt that that was pulled by the Israelis. A lot of other people think so too, by the way, not just me. Architects, engineers, clergymen, Christian clergymen, actually. I got a whole list of people who think that thing was an Israeli con job. By the way, the former head of the German intelligence agency thinks so too. The head of the Italian intelligence agency thinks that's an Israeli job. Now, I know you don't give a lot of credence to Soviets, but the Russians. But the head of their head guy said the same thing. That's strange. These guys are supposed to be our allies. I guess they just couldn't help telling the truth because it was so outrageous. I know where you're coming from, Jack. Thank you for being honest, by the way, Luna. Thank you for helping us expose our enemies. I know who they are. They're not Muslims, baby. They're not Arabs. Who else are they setting up? Iranians. Oh boy. Okay, look. I wanted to come in and keep putting my 2 cents in on what's going on in the world. We need to alert people to the danger they're in. This country is about to fall totally on its face. And they're trying to set Americans against each other and stand off on the side and laugh and watch it go on. Don't fight other Americans. I'm going to tell you, put this message out. Don't get mad at other Americans, baby. Find out who's really causing these problems and focus your attention on them, not on other Americans. Don't hurt other Americans. Don't shoot at your own policemen, your own military. And don't you guys do the same to us. Don't shoot at your own families. You got a bunch of nut jobs out in the street now carrying signs who come off as psychotic. They're walking around with guns. They're asking for it. And they don't even know who they're mad at. If you talk to them, they're retarded. They're totally clueless when you get right down to it. We've been listening to these hate preachers from Fox News and all these clowns on the radio. Russell Limbaugh, that Zionist savage clown. Hannity, Coulter, Ingram, I mean, the list goes on and on. Psycho hate preachers. I take a lot of comfort in knowing I'm not alone. And if I were you, if you're the enemy, baby, I'd take a lot of worry in that statement. I mean, a lot of worry. Because if you think you got us all corralled, because you act like you do, you're going to be surprised someday. Okay, in case you get the impression I'm pissed off, well, your senses are pretty good. But I do, believe it or not, for all this bullshit, I maintain my sense of humor because after all, as my mother used to say, well, Ellen, you can either laugh or you can cry. Just take your choice. Because no matter what happens, it's going to be bullshit. Anyway, look, you try to make the most of it. That's all you can do. And speak your mind and hope you're right. Put your faith in the good Lord. And hope that they don't come and shoot you because you're one of their enemies. Anyway, look, I'll be back soon because I'm really working up. As you can see, I've done more videos in the last week than I've done since I started this thing 6 or 5 months ago. I got sidetracked. But I will be back on a regular basis because I'm getting steamed up. As you can see, I'm not paying a lot of attention to my production values. This is not deliberate, this red look here. I don't really know where it's coming from. Probably my anger. But anyway, I'll be back soon. I'm going to try to get some comedy and really, it's so depressing. I'm gonna try to do a video that doesn't mention Zionist, the Republican Party, are extremely rich. And when I talk, I'm going to say one thing about, I often use the expression criminal rich, and a lot of people are offended by that who have money. And they don't know I'm not talking about them. If you're worth less than $1 billion, I'm not talking about you. I know that sounds outrageous, but I don't consider you rich. And neither do they. Okay, I'll be back soon. You all have a good day.